Before I went to ChildHelp, I was sexually abused by my father, emotionally, mentally, verbally abused by my mother. In one instance, I remember my mother had asked me to get her a beer, and I refused to because I knew that she would become angry. And she told me to go to the stove, and I did, and I turned it on. She asked me to place my hand over the stove, and not knowing what she meant, I placed it above the stove from the heat. And she had said that that's not what she meant. She came over and she placed my hand on the stove and burnt my right palm.
Are your parents looking for you? Are they the reason why you're always crying? Can't they see what they do every time they hurt you? Angry words they use leave the deepest bruise. Angry words leave a wound that won't heal. Angry words they use, do they hit you too? Either way they choose leaves a bruise.
ChildHelp USA exists to help free these children from a past of horror by lighting their path with a future of hope. I'm Cheryl Ladd, and I'm proud to be an ambassador for ChildHelp USA, founded in 1959 by my good friend Sarah O'Meara and Yvonne Feddersen. For nearly 4 decades, ChildHelp has been a beacon of light for abused and neglected children. ChildHelp USA is one of the nation's largest child abuse organizations, dealing with prevention, treatment, and research of child abuse. ChildHelp's National Child Abuse Hotline, staffed entirely by degreed professionals, has received millions of calls from children and families in need. Fighting the epidemic of child abuse is a monumental task, but those who you have helped save believe it's all worthwhile.
I was frightened and petrified. I was unsure as to whether or not I could trust anybody. And it wasn't until I walked through the doors that I felt completely safe after reading the inscription above the door that all who enter here will find love. When I arrived at the Village ChildHelp, I was very shy and had a very low self-esteem. But with the art therapy programs, we were able to draw and to paint and express ourselves. And with the animal therapy program they had, I was able to care for them and to love them. And I gained self-worth and confidence. And I eventually was able to share that love with others. Spiritual guidance is most important when you're feeling so alone. And ChildHelp provided that. And ChildHelp gave me so much more. I was given brand new toys. And for the first time, I was taken shopping and was able to pick out my own clothes. And it was wonderful. By the time I was ready to leave, I had grown just as much emotionally as I had physically.
ChildHelp's ratio of staff to children is very high, but we're proud that 87% of all expenses relate to programs directly benefiting children.
And ChildHelp's advocacy centers are springing up around the country. These important one-stop, child-friendly facilities help minimize the trauma of these sexually abused children while they're being interviewed and examined. Additionally, ChildHelp continues to expand their group homes, foster care, Head Start, and prevention programs.
ChildHelp gave me a sense of value. They showed me how to love and how to raise children of my own. So at least in my family, the cycle of abuse has been broken. And thanks to those of you who found it in your hearts to make this all possible, your support really does change lives.
And not only the lives that we touch directly, but the lives that they will touch as well. Please help us continue to reach the Connies of this nation, The need is so great. Our vision for establishing more villages and advocacy centers in key locations around this country is clear. We simply ask that you help empower us to make that vision a reality.
The children thank you, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
For all those times you stood by me, for all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I found in you, I'll be forever thankful. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed I'm everything I am because you love me.